After their jive, Mark and Karen's dream of winning Strictly looked as if it might turn to ashes, but they won through. This is their Saturday night story.
I would never say that I feel confident going out to dance because it can just take one small lapse in concentration and you go wrong. I think Karen and I, we want to go out and dance tonight as though it's our last dance. Just give it everything.
I'm just really pleased that all that hard work that we put in paid off.
That was fantastic. You proved that you can cope with the ballroom.
I actually really enjoyed being out there, which ballroom I never have.
9. 9. 9.
By getting good marks has given me a bit of confidence and settled me down. Now what I really want to do is go out there and go for it with this Elvis number. With the jive, if you miss a step, it can be very difficult to get it back.
It looked like the shoe didn't fit. You lost it 3 times.
That was almost a blue suede jiving disaster.
5.
It doesn't matter. You were fine.
The first couple through to next week's semi-final is Mark and Karen.
We were just relieved that our name was called out first, to be honest.
They're here now. Please welcome Mark and Karen. Thank you guys for coming in. My favourite thing is, and I think we've been here long enough that I can say this, why do you guys always come in on a Tuesday?
Well, I think it all started because there was a football match on a Wednesday that I really wanted to see.
Is that right?
Yeah, but...
Because this is now, I think, the 6th or the 7th Tuesday you've been in. Expand.
Yeah. Lucky Tuesdays.
Yeah, it's just turned out that way, I think. Yeah.
I think a lot of things we do, we keep everything in a system now, and it's become Lucky Tuesday. Got to come here on a Tuesday. Can't change to a Wednesday, Thursday. No way.
I know. I know, because I think our girls said, oh, they don't want to come in. It's got to be Tuesday.
Well,
are you genuinely superstitious?
Don't we?
Yeah. I am. I do tend to be a bit superstitious. You know, especially with cricket, it tends to make you that way. It drives you mad. So,
yeah.
You know, I always have. If I'm chewing have a piece of chewing gum overnight. If I'm not out overnight, I stick it on the end of my bat handle and then resume the next morning.
Okay.
Probably too much information.
Do you know? Just a tad. Guys, let's look back on Saturday night. First up, waltz. Lovely. And you were so happy, and you said you were so happy that all the hard work had been put in. Were you especially delighted, Mark, because it was ballroom?
Yeah, I was really starting to get a bit of a complex about the ballroom because I'd had so much advice about the top line and the shoulders up, big frame and all this. Yeah. And I actually enjoyed being out there because it was a bit slower as well. You had time to think and readjust. And yeah, I've got to say, that's in terms of ballroom, you know, that's by far the most enjoyable dance.
The judges loved it. Craig said it was fantastic. And then the Latin dance happened. Did you expect to get a 5 after your jive when you walked across?
Look, I knew I'd made mistakes. I just didn't know how bad they looked. And I thought, obviously, I'd made mistakes, but there were things that went right as well. And there was some challenging stuff in there. And I thought, well, hold on, you know, how bad is it? And I mean, Craig. One thing about Craig, you know, he doesn't sit on the fence. You know, he either likes it or he doesn't. So.
How difficult was it for you, Karen? Especially because I think Arlene said the choreography was too hard. Bruno and Craig came on yesterday and said there were too many different direction changes.
Claudia, I've got to stop you there. I'm sorry.
No, do it.
The choreography was not too hard. You know, rehearsals had gone well.
Yeah.
I think the challenging thing in the competition at the moment is that you don't have that long to practice.
Yeah.
And I'm just a bit concerned now that, you know, you've got such a short space of time to practice that, for me as a beginner, mistakes are almost inevitable, so I'm a bit worried about that. But Karen's choreography was great, so I'm defending my partner there,
defend.
Okay?
Can I tell you what's so sweet about you guys? The teamwork is amazing. It's the first time ever you didn't speak and you spoke, which is cute. We've noticed the teamwork fabulous. Have a look at this.
Oh, God.
We love to boogie. We love to boogie. Jitterbug boogie.
9.
We love to boogie.
9. 9.
I guess you'd have to say it's quite a remarkable partnership that Mark and I have. Oh, do you want to cuddle? I think we're lucky that we've come together. Sit. Perfect. Very good. Good, teammate.
Keep going.
The skill of a partnership is obviously always to work each other out, to get the best out of each other. The fun side of it is actually finding the boundaries.
No, because it's confusing.
Are you arguing with me already?
Yes.
Arms up.
Well, keep your hand back then, and I'll put it out first.
Excuse me, are you answering the teacher back?
No.
S-L-O-W! Is it different to you than it is to me? See, I nag, but we get good results.
It's not all one-way traffic, you know. She likes to think she's the boss, but, you know, somehow, now and again, I've just got to have a little stab back, you know, just to make sure she knows I'm still around.
You were early.
You were late!
Give me a chance to remember it.
Okay.
Start over here.
Good, there's only one boss in this room. Ben.
Our relationship is great fun. It's nice to sort of take the mickey out of each other now and again, and just helps the day go past a bit better. It's all right, you'll get it in a minute.
Did you just tell me to get with it? Did you? Move.
Move.
You're winding me up, aren't you?
What have I done?
It was rough. It was jerky.
Passionless, blocky, disappointing.
I'll never ever let Mark take all the criticism from the judges. If they pick on him, they've got to pick on me too.
Your posture was wrong, and I wasn't convinced at all.
No, I've got to disagree, I'm sorry. I don't believe his posture was wrong. He comes out on the floor and he gives nothing but 100% of his soul every time he dances. The hardest thing for Mark to do tonight was to stand on that stage on his own and shake his hips. And he did that for me, and that gave me a 10. No way I'm going to let them tear him apart.
She's a fantastic partner, and I couldn't do this without her.
It's really been a new friend and a new partnership that's come together, and I can't say thank you to Strictly enough.
You guys are so sweet. We've sort of run out of time. One word, how are you feeling about the semi-final?
Worried.
No, oh, I was...
Ecstatic.
Ecstatic. You see, that's what I was after.
Bring it on.
Guys, good luck. I know they're tricky dances. Thank you so much for coming in. Mark and Karen. That's nearly the end of the show. Thank you to all my guests. Join me tomorrow when singing legend Engelbert Humperdinck reveals who he's supporting, and Strictly survivors Emma and Darren join us. Now, inevitably, when you dance every day, injuries are bound to happen, mostly to toes. Good night.
No, I didn't step on your toe there.
Yes, you did.
Ow!
1, 2, 3. Ow, I just stepped on my toe. Step 2, 3, step 2, 3.
One. Oh, that was one's toe.
Oh, that really hurts.
Step. Good. All right, you stepped to my fault.
She trod on my toe that time.